Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Polearm Challenge.
Howdy,
I'm Jorb,
I'm Leo.
and today we're gonna continue doing side quests and try to get to level 80. Because there's a patch happening on Tuesday, I think, with new content, and so I kinda want to get this done before then so I can just immediately jump to that. But we'll see. And this guy has like hair that my main has, I think. Anyway. So we are here at the Crossroads Plaza because I want to pick up this quest.
Speak freely.
Greetings,
No
Outlander.
directive needed.
I am currently level 77. Maybe like two-thirds, three-quarters of the way. No, 71% if you want to be real precise about it. Greetings, Outlander. My name is Ortago, and I'm caretaker Corgrin's apprentice at the Morning Rise Memorial Site. The mischievous candlelit kobolds have overrun Morning Rise, and we seek assistance. Would you meet me at Fallside Outpost? It is just to the north of here. I will be able to tell you more once you arrive.
Returning to task. Goodbye.
I have to go. We don't have much time. I can explain everything once we meet at Fallside Outpost. Hold on, there's a theater performance going on.
Tell me, what drives you?
I don't want to do the leading quest, so let's just do... These things happen on the hour, so we'll just do this while we're here.
Okay.
Cinder brew spills.
The
Gross.
audience is looking for a show. Let's give it to them.
There's some goblets at the audience. Try not to bonk them in the head. No, excuse me. Now this is basically Time Rifts from Dragonflight, but it's a theater production instead.
What path brought you here?
Yeah, I'd have to do that whole quest line to get the weekly quest actually. Wow, that was fast. Everyone maxed it out immediately. We still have to wait for 3 minutes 40 seconds for the show to begin. I'm gonna keep doing this just to get participation points for my weekly quest.
Okay.
We have Gerwig here, our biggest fan, who will occasionally come up and want our autograph. Which is very funny. Someone just had a little tentacle sprouting here. Oh, it's an unsightly root,
Oh.
apparently. I love that the quest to kill all these Nerubians is down in front. Imagine going to a stage production and the ushers just murder you because you're in the way. I think they should be allowed. Thank you. The Kinder RuneScape's half of 99 is 92? Nah. No, we were 71% from 71 to 77 to 78, is what I was saying. Alright, well, we've completed our objective. I guess we just wait around for the next 2 minutes.
Yippee!
I don't want to keep fighting that guy. We'll just let Gerwig... Gerwig's popped up again, so we'll just let him keep following us. The stampede in the middle of the stage. Hey, Gerwig. Here he is. Our biggest fan. And he'll
It's
just keep...
very sparkly.
Yeah, it's so that you know he's there so you can click on him. But I'm not going to click on him. He's just gonna keep following us. The #1 fan. Look at these props.
Oh, I love that.
I'm reminded of the okay, bye. Someone had to set them up for their quest and then didn't. Oh, they have to paint them.
Oh.
I remember the theater productions in Ardenweald. And doing the summary of Azeroth's history for Ysera to see what she missed.
Imagine how
Oh,
this
yeah.
just a bit more polish.
And then we just show Azeroth getting stabbed, and Ysera's like, surely that didn't happen, right? Please tell me that didn't happen.
Sarah.
Communication in... sorry.
Everyone's gathering in the middle here, ready to begin. Astute observers may have noticed I moved my dialogue box up to the top instead of down here from previous streams. And this is the theater production is why, because it blocks the extra action button.
Oh.
Showtime! Let's get a costume. It's a very good costume.
You've been squanched.
I've been squanched.
And now we began our play to honor the Thragar. Heroes lost to time, but not forgotten.
I hear a call from deep in the earth. It strengthens me. I must go to it.
I love the bad acting so much.
Now we venture into the ringing deeps. The machine speakers will neither help nor hinder.
I remember there was one show where like one of the actors did, "Oh no," at one point. Why are they attacking me?
We must light the way.
I've actually not done this one before.
Ooh.
Dive valiantly at the hands of the Nerubians. Convincingly pretend to die.
Flop.
Arg, we are all slain.
I said we are all slain.
Show the Thragar's adventure ended before core way. But with this play, we honor the memory of the Thragar and the core they heed.
And there we go.
Woo! A thrilling performance.
Indeed. Anyway, it is my duty as caretaker. I have to do it before I shut down. No, let me take care of the kobolds. It is the least I can do for you. You are here. Thank you for coming.
May your choices
Huh?
return.
Do I know you? No? Good. My memory isn't what it used to be. I am Corgren, caretaker of Morning Rise, a place for Unbound who are ready for their final shutdown. Those who come here for their final moments do so to break the Titan's cycle and to be remembered as the Unbound they chose to be. Unless your kind experiences stasis lock as we do, I'm not sure what help I can give you.
Returning to task.
I can feel my energy reserves depleting. I will soon not be able to execute my duties. That is why I have Ortago here to take over. Before my systems grind to a halt, I must make sure Morning Rise is free of kobolds. They have invaded the memorial site I tend, and plunder the unbound shrines and bodies that are there. Maybe it is good you are here. You may have the strength to help us. Please, help Ortago rid the site of kobolds.
May all paths be open to you.
Do you have the explosives? Don't worry, Corgren. I have more than enough. I just don't want you to return cracked and chipped. I'll be careful. I wouldn't want to leave you alone with no one to take care of you. Hello, Corgren. Okay, here we go. Or Ortago, even.
Paths intertwine.
Look at what these kobolds have done. I'm happy that Corgren hasn't seen this. He needs to rest and conserve his energy. That may stave off his shutdown a little longer. At least until we're finished here.
Let's commit our meeting to
Corgren still calls himself the caretaker, but I'm the one who has been taking care of Morning Rise for some time. I don't mind. Corgren is very kind. But the situation here has gotten away from me. We have some work ahead of us.
May all paths.
Take these gifts and place them by the past caretakers. Each is a gift honoring their memory. I'd also like us to perform some light groundskeeping to at least maintain the site. Unfortunately, what these kobolds are doing to the memorials will take us weeks to fix. Please do what you can about the kobolds. It would be unwise to leave the gifts unguarded while they are still roaming the area.
Follow no directives but
We have to deal with these kobolds and place gifts before we can move forward. Committing violence, it's always the answer. Pull an ouch patcher.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's good that you can tell what an ouch patcher is. Whee! So many ouch patchers needing to be called. Excuse me, sir.
welcome, Outlander.
I am amazed how much damage the kobolds have done to the site. So many shut down Earth and desecrated. I know that I am not yet the head caretaker, but I take full responsibility for this. I should have asked for the mantle of caretaker It always happens. Long ago, when Corcoran started to show the first signs of memory overwrite and stasis lock,
Journey far.
it looks like the kobolds have taken gems and other body parts off these shut-down earthen. Abominable. Find where the kobolds are holding their plunder, and bring it back to me so I can return it to its rightful place later. This vandalism will not go unchecked.
Our lives are our own.
Desecrating a memorial site is one of our greatest taboos in earthen society. This site is a window to our past, into our memories, and a place of self-reflection where we can commune with those who are no longer here. Still, so many of these kobolds infest Morning Rise. For their crimes, the kobolds deserve the harshest punishment. They must be culled even further.
May all paths be open to you.
I will be waiting up ahead. I know how to sneak past kobolds.
The kobolds are vandalizing and pillaging Morning Rise again. Please, stop them in any way you can.
So let's see, I have a quest to kill 12 kobolds, a world quest to kill 10 kobolds, and a bonus objective to kill kobolds.
Yeah.
This is what a peak efficiency looks like. One kobold equals multiple progress. Words are hard. Hello. You're gonna need an ouch patcher when I'm done with you. Hold on, there's an ore node over there and I want it.
Yep, hydrate.
Oop, and stretch.
Yeah, stretch. Oh god, my back is cracked.
Ooh, my shoulders.
The charged silt from these clashing elementals are
Ooh, easy mine Iron Claw. My bones. Ah yes, this is a kobold. Clearly.
Yeah.
fortune guide your path, Outlander. Maybe this will be the last time you see them. One can only hope.
That's the world quest done. That's the bonus objective done. And now we just need to finish the actual quest. Like I said, peak efficiency.
A new experience.
This infestation is worse than I thought. I didn't want to escalate this, but I see no other way. These kobolds must learn their lesson and never come back. By killing them,
Returning to task. Goodbye.
I guess. Thank you for doing this. I'm relieved, but there's much more work to do.
Journey far.
I was not made as an earthen of the sword, nor as one who calls for violence. That is the domain of the Storm Riders. What these kobolds did is frowned upon not just by us, the Unbound, but by everyone in earthen society. I am not proud that we had to kill them, but we had to stop them by any means.
Our lives are our own.
Ding, 78.
Woo!
No directives but yours.
Getting closer.
Getting there, 2 more to go.
Speak freely.
Now that we landed a mighty blow, it is time to make sure that we block their tunnels so they cannot come back. Remember the stuff that Corcoran asked me about? Explosive sticks. His recipe. I have brought enough to shake a mountain. More than enough for the kobolds. Help me show these kobolds that we will fight for what is ours, so they will never come back.
Let's commit our meeting to memory.
Knowing kobolds, they will have several workmasters, or leaders, running this raid. Find and eliminate these so-called workmasters. The rest of them will get disorganized, forget why they are here, and hopefully leave us alone.
May your choices return you here.
We probably should have done that first, but...
Yeah.
Up more? Oh, yes. Hairless the Menace. Tunnel detected. It's just a big ladder poking out of it. I mean, I guess it makes sense. There's a rare over here. Hey. Kill. Oh, he's level 80. Fine, we have some help. Ooh, slight upgrade. We take those. Ooh, and a slab of slate. Don't mind if I do. Yo. Let's get that cobalt pickaxe. It's bugging me that I haven't picked it up. It's a pibble. As you can see. Whoops. No, actually that works out fine. Workmaster earwax. Okay.
Ah.
It's all a lot of candles. Multi-classing does not exist in this game. More ore than I want.
It does emotionally.
Okay. I'll just accept that at face value.
Communication in... Oh.
Aha! What did I tell you? I felt the tremors from back here.
Returning.
Eliminating the mines behind this operation will only buy us more time if and when the kobolds decide to do this again. Unfortunately, there's still one more kobold brain that we have missed. Until now.
May your choices
Who
return.
runs this fine establishment? While you were dealing with the tunnels and the workmasters, I saw a peculiar kobold go into a cave to the northwest. The kobolds seemed to respect him more than the others, calling him Grand Heister Bach and offering him the food you call cheese. This makes me think he is the
Cheese.
real mastermind. If that kobold is in fact the real lord of this operation, then we should take the opportunity to strike him down. I will meet you at this cave.
Let's commit our meeting to memory.
This so-called cheese.
Jeez.
Welcome, Outlander.
It's done. So much death. I'm glad this is over. Meet me back at Fallside Outpost. I hope Corgrin is alright. Morning Rise is a sad place, not where I would like to have my final shutdown. But Morning's Rise is the traditional place for final shutdowns. Did we become unbound from the Titans just to be bound by traditions?
What path brought you?
I'm happy to see you, Escala. I feel my inner workings grinding. That's a sign of anxiety. Corgrin nears his shutdown with every passing moment, and then this place will be under my care. It is a lot of responsibility, but I believe that I am ready for it.
Our lives are our own.
I have often walked the path between the outpost and the Morning Rise memorial site. I can recognize the ruts made by my heavy steps, same as those who came before me. But as an unbound, I wanted to be free of traditions that lock me into performing the same duties day to day. I chose to be a caretaker, but I wish I had wandered the Isle more. I didn't really know how much time I had left. I would much rather shut down by the ocean southeast of here. There is a lovely spot there I have wandered to often. Or, alas, maybe Ortago was right. I am just a crumbling earthen who is losing their pebbles.
Let's commit our meeting to memory.
Before I shut down, I must craft an item that is meaningful to me. As a stonebound, I worked the mines. I had a lantern I made and used until I lost it in a collapse. I became unbound shortly after. I wish to forge a new lantern to guide my way through these final moments. The lantern was made of an ore found in small amounts around this area. I used a charged core in the lantern. You can find them in the storm fangs that roam these hills. Gather the materials, and I will forge the lantern.
Journey far and safe.
There is one more thing I must do before my shutdown. An unbound master of a profession bestows their apprentice with their knowledge and experience. It is a ceremonial tradition that's rather symbolic than spiritual in nature. I will set the forge for your return. Oh, there was quest ore and ore at the same spot.
Huh.
I suppose that makes sense if you think about it. But maybe not. I don't know enough about minerals.
I don't either. Together we have no information.
Holds your hand. We are the crystal gems?
We always save the day.
I was thinking, now I'm just thinking about we are the Grendel Jams. We are the Grendel Jams. We already ate today. And everything Reagan will always hide away. That's why the people of this world live in gotten out of this and Pearl and Seven. Basically beef. I hope that this is a tradition that carries forward, because last expansion in Dragonflight we had maybe meat. Now there's basically beef. You're right, we're definitely gonna get copyright struck for that. I know there was also, I think, a cooking item in the last expansion called probably protein.
Oh yeah.
So what do you think the next expansion's one will be? What'll Midnight have?
I'm thinking.
I'm doing it! I'm thinking!
There's not a lot of synonyms that aren't already used, I think.
Yeah. I remember there was a Reddit thread where people were coming up with ideas and I don't remember any of them. That's not alliterative. Chicken hopefully is not alliterative. Rejected. 0 out of 10.
Potential pork shop.
Potential pork chop. Or potential poultry. Potentially poultry.
Potentially poultry.
I can feel it. It's like a shadow hanging at the edges of my memory. It is growing, encroaching on me. It is like a dark fog that shadows parts of who I was and who I am. My body is hard to move. But there is work to be done. I do love making things. I was a stonebound. Did I tell you that? I used to tend the buildings in, the city. I can take joy in making the lantern. Yes, the lantern.
Follow no
Have you got the materials I asked
but
for?
your own.
These will do nicely. Now, hopefully I can remember how to forge a lantern.
Our lives are our own.
Before it's shut down, we Earthen would descend to the awakening machine below and renew our cycle. But now, even if it was still working, which it is, we fixed it in the quest line, I would see my cycle broken and be remembered as I am. These hands look strong, but they become heavier with each passing moment. The stiffness in my wrists and elbows will not let me carry the items to the forge. Please, add the right material to the forge as I call them out. It's one of these!
Choices return you here.
Dubiously done. Quite a throwing arm. Here, hand me a cord. Just yeets it into the furnace. We are definitely following directions. What am I making? Oh, right, the lantern. Momentarily forgets who we are.
Tell me what drives you.
It is... It looks like... I can't remember. But this lantern is absolutely magnificent.
May all paths be open to you.
This lantern is perfect. Enough of this. It is time. I can feel my memory clouding. We have to get going. Otago is waiting for us. They will join us on my final journey to Morning Rise, where we will conduct a ceremony. Corgrin forces a smile. It is nothing fancy, I promise. As I said, it is more symbolic than anything else. It feels heavy. What was I doing again? Oh, right. Meeting Otago.
May your choices return you here.
Oh, I feel... I need to meet... outside. Are you here to request my services as caretaker? Where did... What... What is happening? Corgrin, are you alright? What? Who are you? How do you know my name? It is me, Otago. Please, you are confused. No, I don't know you. Leave me alone! Corcoran, stop! You'll deplete yourself into shutdown. Well, it's because the first game was called Warcraft, and then they did Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 3, and then World of Warcraft was the MMO version. I'll read that after the questline.
Tell me,
Scala, we have to find Corcoran. If he keeps on exerting himself, he will shut down in the middle of nowhere, and it's not safe for him to be out in his condition. It would be easy prey for Stormfangs and even kobolds.
may all paths be open to
This is horrible. I knew I should have been keeping a closer eye on him. Confusion is the last symptom before a shutdown. Our memory is finite and starts overwriting. The more on Earth exert themselves, the faster their energy depletes and they lose memories. Corcoran must be scared, not knowing where he is. Maybe not even who he is. I'm such a boulderhead. Escala, please. I think I saw him go east into the trees. Meet me there up the road.
journey far and safe.
Hope we can get to Corcoran on time. Remember how I said this quest line would hurt? Must be something we could do. Maybe start by looking for tracks. I know that lantern. Is it my lantern? Oh, a carving says made by Corcoran and a dear friend.
A new
Yes,
experience.
I remember you. We worked together, didn't we? You are... Corcoran pauses and taps his right temple. His eyes squint as he tries to remember your name. Scala, yes, the Scala. What was I talking about? Why are we here? Show the lantern to Corcoran. I remember now. I wanted to craft a lantern so it can guide me when I'm lost. You helped me make it, but I don't recognize you. Everything is cloudy. I can't think. There was another. I don't remember her name. Her name is Ortago. She's waiting for you.
Returning to task. Goodbye.
Waiting for, you say? Waiting, you say, for me? Must be important. Hello? This guy
No.
just falls out of the sky and dies?
Oh.
Okay. It kind of
Alright.
undercuts the moment a little.
Uh-huh.
Paths intertwine.
I can feel the buildup of pressure in my core. You outsiders call it sadness. It is hard for me to see Corcoran like this.
Follow no directives.
Were you able to find any sign of Corcoran? I don't know, was
I
I?
don't know.
May all
Oh no.
paths be open to
Corcoran's
you.
condition is sliding downhill fast. Showing him the lantern was a good idea. Thank you for guiding him back to me.
Let's commit our meeting to memory.
An unbound earthen can't return to the coreway, so we have morning rise. But looking at Corcoran, remembering our last conversation before, I may not be the morning rise caretaker just yet, but with Corcoran's condition, it falls to me to be in charge. As unbound, we made our own rules and traditions. So what if he doesn't want to stand at morning rise? If a seaside memorial is what caretaker Corcoran wants, that's what he gets. Escala, meet me at the shore to the southeast of here.
Returning to task. Goodbye.
Come, Corcoran. It is time to go. Who are you? Where are we going? It is me, Ortago. We're going to the shore. Oh, do I like the shore? Yes, it is your favorite spot to give yourself time to think. Ah.
And
Oh, do I like the shore?
The charged silt from
Oop.
these clashing
There's the
elementals
ore.
are packed with healing properties. Let's stock up.
Warcraft 4 is coming on the same day as Half-Life 3. And Hollow Knight Silksong. Orgrin's journey is close to its end. I need to do a few things to prepare. I don't want to do any of them. I keep thinking if I don't, maybe he will be here for longer. But I know it's time for him to go.
Our lives are our own.
He enjoyed the walk, but it has taken a heavy toll on him. Orgrin barely recognizes me now.
May your choices return.
As unbound caretakers, we have a tradition for when a master bequeaths their mantle to their apprentice. Figuratively, of course. To do that, Corgan will need a horn. He would then face me, blow the horn, and the sound signifies his passing the mantle of the Morning Rise caretaker to me. I saw shale horns to the west of here. I would be thankful if you could bring me several of their horns. I will choose one that is suitable.
Journey far and
The Unbound have a symbolic ceremony of cleansing. We perform it before a shutdown. It is a symbolic process of purification. For it, we need to gather Ashenfold, a flower that grows around the isle. We waft the smoke of the burned flowers through the fissures and cracks in our bodies to symbolically remove impurities. We are then ready to embrace our final moments. Otago looks at Corgrin with a hand on her chest. Her face falls.
follow no directives but your own.
So how are you holding up emotionally? Nimble ferret. Not to be confused with the Yu-Gi-Oh card Nimble Mamanka. I think there was another Nimble monster actually. I don't remember what it was.
Tell me, what drives you? Let's commit our
Flowers.
meeting to memory.
It is time for the ceremony, Escala. Please place the bowl of Ashenfold by Corgrin, and then hand him the horn. Once the ceremony concludes, I will be the new caretaker. Then I will have to say a final farewell to my friend. Corgrin will shut down peacefully, knowing that we were here by his side in the place he loved most. Something I wish and hope to have when it is my time. My core is mud, but it is a great honor to stand here with him, and with you.
Follow no directives but your own.
Do you have anything to say? This place, the sound of the waves, the sand under my feet. It's bringing together what shards of memories I have left. But there are so many memories I've lost. My inception, my first wanderings of this land. Otago is right. There is no other place I would rather shut down than here in the waves.
Journey far and safe.
Corcoran. I, Corcoran, bestow the title of Caretaker of Morning Rise on you. I, Otago, receive the title with honor. He forgot his own name.
Communication in... Oh,
What an honor it is to be here, to be present at such an event. You are part of it, and I know that deep inside him, somewhere within Corcoran's core, there will always be a living memory of you, Oscara. Thank you.
our lives are our own.
I always liked this spot. I always wondered what was beyond these shores. Here, the ocean will erode my body and take me over the dark sea. My lantern will light the way. Rest, Corcoran. Goodbye, friend. Corcoran stands in the shallows, once warm eyes now locked in a gaze of wonder at the horizon as his lantern sways with the gentle ocean breeze. A small ornate plaque hangs on the lantern. It reads, "Here stands Caretaker Corcoran in his final shutdown. May his forever rest not be dictated by tradition, but rather by choice. Caretaker Otago."
Speak freely.
It is
No
done.
directive needed.
Now is my time to take care and face the upcoming challenges of Morning Rise. I will miss Corcoran. I think this is going to be my new think-through spot when I need a zephyr of fresh air to clear my head, or when I will need a listening ear.
Returning to task.
I am now the caretaker of Morning Rise. At last, I feel the weight of this new responsibility on my shoulders. It is a great honor, but one I must prepare myself for. Please, help me complete one final task, and then I will be ready. Meet me back at Fallside Outpost.
Journey far and safe.
With Corcoran's shutdown, I am the caretaker of Morning Rise. The Unbound will look to me to protect their legacies. It is a duty I must uphold alone. But before you go, please help me just one more time. Meet me back at Fallside Outpost. I feel like that's
I
kind
know
of...
I've said this before, but they really do just repeat the quest text.
Yeah, I
in
was just
dialogue
thinking
boxes
that.
after.
I was just thinking that. Like, that's... I was gonna say if you didn't.
Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Our forged paths intertwine.
There is one last task I must execute to formally become the new caretaker. I would appreciate your help. Please, take one of our new memorial placards and heat it in the forge. You can quench it in the oil basin outside the temperate. Afterward, my name must be inscribed on the placard. It is an ancient tradition, and that I intend to uphold.
May all paths
Before,
open
I told
to
you I had mostly assumed Corcoran's directives, but now I see that is not true. I did the work, but never bore the burden. That was Corcoran. I thought his strength was part of his directive, but now I know it is something I must learn. Corcoran went into stasis young for our standards. I wonder if it was because the duty weighed upon him. I may need an assistant soon as well. It is an honor to be a caretaker, but also a dutiful burden. This memento is a reminder of what our work means, of what we truly preserve.
Welcome, Outlander.
You brought Corcoran peace in his final moments. Now you have helped me fill his absence. Your aid will not be forgotten.
May your choices return you here.
And now I'd like to read Corcoran's request. Otago. These written words are my memoir, indicating my will and wish to follow the path of Kriegwald, like many Unbound have done before. This is my request for a final shutdown. It is my choice, my decision, and the last chain I shatter to become truly free of the Titan's grasp. I know that when time comes, you will honor it and grant me that final moment of peace. I do have one wish that is outside of our traditional course for a final shutdown. I wish to be left by the shore, the place I travel to when I need some time for myself. I am aware that it is not what we do, but I implore you to consider it when the time comes. Do not worry when it does. Morning Rise would be in good hands. Your hands. May you forge your path well. Forward.
What path brought you here?
Alright, let's do something a bit less emotionally devastating now. I saw a lot of people comparing this to, this is something I came up with myself, like, literally just now, but a lot of people were talking about this on Reddit on when it came out, and I was thinking it reminded me of everyone talking about the Viridistraz questline from Dragonflight.
No.
I feel like this Korgor is the Viridistraz of this expansion, I guess. Anyway, Natalia Pierce here. Before Dalaran crashed, I was a preeminent expert on gems, but I lost it all. Gems, books, scrolls, like everyone else. Imagine my surprise when I learned of a creature named Basaltius that possesses knowledge of gems stretching back before the Sundering. I want that knowledge. I will do anything for it. But the rock-skinned yokels here won't tell me any more about Basaltius. Can you get the Earthen to talk?
See you around.
I'm sure calling them rock-skinned yokels definitely did a lot to endear you to them.
Oh, definitely.
Hello, outsider. What brings you to my home? What do you know about Basaltius? Another outsider came here asking the same question. Curious. You're not here on their behalf, are you? I told her that she is treading into thick mud trying to find Basaltius. I valued both of your continued functioning too much to tell you how to find him. You can ask Kuran, but he will tell you much the same. Perhaps he will persuade you against seeking him if I cannot. So many outsiders all of a sudden, bringing many outlandish ideas. A great change is upon us. Where can I find the Basaltius? This is the second time someone has asked me about Basaltius today. What would someone want with that creature? I will tell you what I told her when she asked me for information. No. Don't look at me like that. Alright, I will tell you where it is, but that is all. You need to know how to summon it to see it. There is a cave southwest of here. It is there. No more questions. Besides, I don't think anyone else knows it, but perhaps Maluk. I guess we'll go talk to Maluk? Hello, outsider. Welcome to Freywald. What do you know about Basaltius? Are all outsiders so persistent? You are the second to interrupt my tasks. I should not tell you anything, but if it'll keep you out of my beard wires. I heard Basaltius can be lured by violating the elemental balance around its den. There are 4 standing stones that act as seals. I'm not saying more than that. But may your path never lead where it treads. Turn back and do not execute your endeavor to find it. This is all fine, probably. But that everyone keeps telling us, hey, don't look for Basaltius is probably a good sign.
However, what if we did?
You got them to talk to you. Amazing. That is more information than I thought I had.
Have a good one.
So, all they gave us was a location and a garbled riddle. But I guess we know where to start. Picture it now. Once I have Basaltis' knowledge, I'll have nobles and merchants lining up outside my house. No, my mansion. The Earthen did say southwest, right? I will find the cave and meet you there. Quickly now.
Safe travels.
I can't wait. Soon, everyone will know my name and reputation. I'll meet you there. Wow.
Hello.
What took you so long? I got here in like 5 seconds. Those raging elementals could have killed me. I mean, luckily they didn't see me, but you could have gotten here a bit faster. I literally could not have. Let me know when you're ready to enter the cave. After you.
See you later.
Come on, let's go. Look at this place. Although one of the herb modifiers this expansion is irradiated. Are these the standing stones?
Hey there.
Look at the walls of this cave. Look at all these gems. I can't believe it. The story must be real. I am going to be so rich and influential and powerful. I need to sit down for a moment and catch my breath.
See you around.
According to the Earthen, we have to lure the spirit, or disturb it, or something. The 4 standing stones they mentioned have depleted elemental cores laying around them. There are igneous elementals outside and on the beach to the north. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Could you get me elemental cores? Maybe just a few? We're so close, so we might as well try.
Safe travels.
Here's 4. Oh, Crabbo. Remember everybody, if you mess with Crabbo, you get Stabbo. Can you confirm that this is true?
This is incredibly true.
There we go, 4 cores. Whee!
Yippee!
You need something?
Do you have the cores?
See you later.
4 cores for 4 standing stones. I'm ready when you are.
Have a good one.
So close. I can feel it in my bones. Place the cores next to each standing stone. It is time to summon Basaltius.
See you around.
This standing stone depicts a carving of a figure standing tall and proud, pointing at a mountain. Many kneel under the cover of their shadow. A king of old, blinded by pride. He thought he could rule more than just his mortal subjects. Did you hear that? It must be Basaltius. We got its attention. This standing stone depicts a carving of a figure with many gems behind them. The figure's unusually long arms are reaching for more gems. The curse of never-ending desire brings mortals and creators alike to their knees. Haven't you heard? Greed is good, you old grouch. Let's keep going.
God, no.
This standing stone depicts the carvings of a figure surrounded by mirrors. The person is adorned with many gems, more than they can carry, more than they will ever need. While the reflections are smiling, the person is frowning. The self-consumed love for one's appearance hides the inner gem from sight. What does that even mean? This standing stone depicts a carving of a figure with large eyes looking at a large rock creature. The creature has gems embedded within them and around them. Coveting others' natural talents leads to stagnancy and self-ruin. I didn't come here for a lecture. I just want... Basaltius! Quick, Escala, subdue it! I do not wish to fight you, mortal. I am here to grant you your heart's desire. What? Really? That was easier than I thought.
How are you?
That was almost...
Can we leave her to die?
That was almost effortless. For me, at least. Can you imagine what I can do with this knowledge? Can you imagine my name spoken in Stormwind, Gilneas, maybe even Orgrimmar? I will be able to do and achieve everything I wanted. Everyone will finally look up to me. I'll have all the gold I can find and create. Or all I can find and create. I'm ready, creature. Give me your knowledge. As you wish. What is happening? No! To know the gem, one must learn humility, patience, and nurturing, like the high mountains and deep caves that harbor gems. You will remain in this form for many eons, until your inner silent screams cease, and the calmness of your mind guides your heart to the task. Only after thousands of years of this stillness will you learn the truth of the perfect gem as I do. You will wait patiently, like the others before you.
Damn.
Its carvings fresh and deep. This standing stone depicts a human woman. Her hand is outstretched, as if trying to command Basaltius. Beside her is another figure resembling you.
Oh. Well,
Well, that's the end of that.
kinda had it coming.
Yeah, it's like a parable or a folktale.
It is pretty screwed up, but she did have it coming.
Yep. Like you wanted knowledge of gems, be careful what you wish for. Alright, let's head down to Gundergaz. So how was that for a palate cleanser? Also enjoy the implication that those standing stones are all previous people who attempted to seek out Basaltius, likewise sealed away.
Yeah.
And on we go. I only just realized that Sorborks have beans,
Oh.
but only on their rear legs.
Well, you know.
I guess they probably built it off of the Griffin model and just kind of left them there.
Yeah.
Yep, someone else came in from Hallowfall at the same moment. I believe the quest I'm thinking of is in here.
Let's get down to business then. We will survive.
My father thinks that while he and Dagron were dealing with the Scarden to the south, he got a sensation of his old hammer, Fearbreaker. He said it slipped out of his fingers when Dalaran crashed, and it's been bothering him mightily. That hammer belongs to the Bronzebeard clan, and has for generations. But he hasn't been himself lately either. I'm willing to have a look, so he doesn't worry that he might have missed it. Meet me down at Camp Murrock, and we'll have a quick look around.
May your hammer strike true.
Let's see if we can find Fearbreaker after all. Hi, Magni. Champion!
Tag me.
When the mag is knee. That
So
doesn't mean
true.
anything.
The clouds above the living grotto.
Actually, you know what? Yes, I will do this world quest.
Ooh.
Just because it's easy. Oh. What is a ring but a hole suspended in midair?
I guess.
Nicely done. We'll put those minerals
Good.
to good use.
I don't know if that was audible. There's just a loud car honk outside.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why I tooted.
Who tooted?
By the Black Anvil, Fearbreaker really is here.
Well, I'm listening.
Fearbreaker's had a long and storied history with the Bronzebeard clan. It shouldn't just sit in the mud, or be wielded by weak hands. What is Fearbreaker? Fearbreaker's a hammer. Well, not just any hammer, but the ancestral hammer of the Bronzebeard clan. It's been wielded in battle, both on Azeroth and in Outland. But, more importantly, Fearbreaker has its own opinions and feelings on how it should be used. I don't know how my father lost hold of it, but he wasn't at full strength at the time. Now, to be clear, I don't want Fearbreaker. I just don't want it to fall into the wrong hands. We're gonna get it back, and then return it to Magni. Who are
I
you?
dismiss you.
Who are you? My name is Berend. I am called Gleaming because of how I shine. I am a hero of great daring do and renown, you see. Wherever there are problems, I am there to help fix them. Now we have a problem here in the Ringing Deeps with the Skarden, and I intend to do everything I can to root them out. I will use any tool or method that seems fit for my strong hands.
Watch your step.
Why are you huge?
Big boy. Well, I wasn't expecting to actually see Fearbreaker here. It's really here, but it ain't exactly within easy reach.
You may take your leave. The three
Berend
are-
here says that the massive beast standing over Fearbreaker is very particular about what kinds of creatures it allows near it. If we blend in, he says, we can get close enough to nab the hammer. But to blend in, he says we have got to get covered by the dust and pollen in the grotto. Those last rooms look like they're a good place to start. It all seems suspicious to me, but for now, we'll play along until I can recover Fearbreaker and bring it back to my father.
If you hear anything of note, let me know.
Keep me informed.
When that magic hammer fell into the deeps, I knew it could be a formidable weapon against the Skarden menace. Your friend has told me that it's particular about its wielder. Fortunately, I am a hero. And as a hero, I know how to get close to it. We need to have a good mix of pollen and water plastered onto us. That way, the beast standing over it will think we're just like it. That mineral water has to be the exact right temperature to mix with the lashroom dust and blend in.
You go wherever you please.
You want to
don't
set
you?
foot near that crater while the creature attacking. You'll need the perfect mixture of components. While I'm happy to help, that will take some work. This sounds dangerous. Are you sure it's absolutely necessary? Yes, that hammer will be the perfect weapon against the Skarden. Once we have retrieved it. Think of all the good we can do.
Sure.
Those blasted lashrooms and their cursed spores. I feel like my eyes are never gonna stop itching. This water doesn't seem to be the right temperature for old Bernd. We'll have to get more from deeper in. How can you tell? How do you know what temperature he thinks is correct?
Alright.
Hey, there are skippers here. In case you haven't seen this model before, you need to.
Oh my god. Oh, that's creature.
They're very creature. Come on, walk around. I need you to show off your walking animation. Ah, you're swimming. Oh, trust me, they also have a good walking animation. Also, good to know, these guys are tameable by hunters.
Oh.
Protect could have one if she wanted. God, you've really got to see the walking animation if I get an opportunity to show one off. It's quite something. I guess I could aggro one and have it chase me. Hey you.
Oh my god. I love them.
Even better at high speed. Because it just plays faster. Waddle, 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 waddle. They're very creature. You think that Fearbreaker would make a good weapon against this Scarlet? You know there's only certain people it likes, eh? Do you want Fearbreaker for yourself? I am a hero of great renown throughout the Raging Deeps. I have trained and honed my shape to be the best. The Scarden menace must be quelled. I will do this, and that hammer will be an excellent weapon to wield against them. It should be in the hands of someone who will use it for good, don't you think?
I'm still working. Are you leaving?
No, no, no. This water is too warm. You'll want to find water that's just right. My mother told me a story about 3 bears once. It didn't turn out well for the dwarf who stole from them. Guy detected. Hop, 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 hop. And waddle away, waddle, waddle. So much dust. I'm also doing the bonus objective, because why not? And it's EXP, which I need. Oh, the Lash Room have an ability called Lash. Who could have seen that coming? I wonder why they're called that.
Mystery to me.
We may never know. can say. Ooh, crystallized bismuth. Don't mind if I do. Ooh, and a rare. Also don't mind if I do. This one's actually my level. Ooh, 27% upgrade. Better than scouting out the beast, stand it over Fearbreaker. Let's hope this is enough. I just want to get that hammer back to Magni. That'll have to do. Let's get back down there and see what we're up against. Look at that big beastie. That hammer is so close.
You address the Queen Regent of
That was
the
a right
Dark
pain.
Clan.
But we got the water Burrow asked for. Time we get to move on. I don't want my father's hammer to just languish there in the mud. That doesn't sit right with me. Not at all.
Find yourself, champion. We need you.
Have you gathered up that dust? It's the only way you're going to get near that hammer. Especially with that creature wandering around.
Back to work.
Baron de Gleaming appears not to have a speck of pollen on himself. You got yourself good and covered in that lashroom dust, all right. I'm a bit surprised you're not itching and sneezing like your friend here.
Stay productive.
There is the creature standing between us and that magic hammer. It certainly made an impact when it landed here in the ringing deeps, didn't it? Look at the size of that crater. With the pollen and water splashed on you like this, you should be able to approach that beast and, theoretically, not be harmed. You'll blend right in with it. But if it does turn aggressive, don't worry. I'll be right behind you. We'll get that hammer out of here safely.
If that is all.
You should be able to run right up to it. Go on, I'll follow you. Guess who's back? Backstreet's back. Alright. A verdant Hulk smells the lashroom dust upon you and bellows in rage. No hard feelings. I will do great things in your memory with this hammer. You ill-formed son of a pebble. Surprising absolutely nobody.
The mountain lends us its strength.
When Magni dropped Fearbreaker, I thought that was the end of the legacy and there was no going back. Now, there's a chance to recover the hammer and it slipped away from me. We have to find Baron before he gets himself killed. Thought you didn't want Fearbreaker. Don't. I didn't. Black Anvil, I don't have time to think this through right now. It's clear that people are in danger and the hammer is not where it ought to be. We can talk about this later.
If you hear anything,
Why, that amber-sucking, slime-spined travesty of an earthen. I've met trogs with more honor. He took Fearbreaker. He took my family's hammer and left us to die to that creature. This cannot stand. I will not allow such disrespect to you, or to me.
I dismiss you.
Gravel-brained ingrate. He took Fearbreaker and ran off to the north. It's not that I want the hammer for myself. I don't. But it belongs to the Bronzebeard clan. It should be in the hands of someone who respects its power. Need to track him down before he hurts himself or someone else with that hammer.
May your hammer strike true.
Fearbreaker's not some clump of pretty metal. It's got feelings and opinions. Baron's gonna have a devil of a time keeping hold of it. We can track him. Well, we're not level 420 yet. Seismic contusion. Fearbreaker impacted the ground with some force here. This devastation does not seem intentional. Energy still crackles from where Fearbreaker struck the earth. The hammer seems to be resisting its wielder. Baron's hold on Fearbreaker seems tenuous, as the hammer appears to have impacted the ground yet again, this time with even more force.
Have you heard anything I need to know?
These Earthen have had a bad time of it. Baron's already run headlong into there, but if he was hoping to clean up the ills of the place, he's clearly in over his rocky head. Moira points to the nearby rocky contusion. Look, he can barely keep hold of Fearbreaker. What if he drops it and is killed? We need to find him.
We will survive.
Baron took Fearbreaker for himself. I suppose he thought he could save these people, be the hero. But you can't go about doing the wrong thing for the right reasons. I know from experience, if a rock is hollow to begin with, it can never be solid again, no matter how hard you try. He's likely to need saving himself now. Let's find him in this blasted place.
The 3 hammers. Stand.
It looks like the destruction around the cordway. Lost track of the accent for a second there. No, you did not hear the word harm. It looks like the destruction around the cordway rattled loose more than just a few stones down here. It stirred up all sorts of dark things. If this was a thriving mining operation, it ain't anymore. We need to help the Earth and get it under control again. That means thinning out these beasts.
You may take your leave.
What's happened to this place? This place was hit hard when the coreway collapsed. Now, Skarden and other horrors run amok. We weren't able to get everyone out in time. Baron thinks he can make things right with one magic hammer. Alright, I'll do my best to help. Cave time.
Same time.
You're here? Thank goodness. The hammer You bloody thief. You're lucky we weren't far behind.
You need a hammer? Or an open hand? Mind yourself.
Fearbreaker.
champion.
Try to lift Fearbreaker. Fearbreaker slips politely out of your grasp, dropping back to the ground. It is waiting for someone else. So, fun fact, if you were playing a dwarf, you actually get different dialogue if you try to pick up Fearbreaker from it. It's like, it acknowledges your heritage, but still declines.
Oh, neat.
Best mind your manners in the presence of a
Moira
queen.
stands up straight and tall as she can, her chin high and proud, but she still appears
I
conflicted.
dismiss you.
That's a mite better. At least there won't be so many of those creatures running amok around this area. Now we've got other problems. We've got Skarden.
May your hammer strike true.
Baron the Gleaming skin is chipped and damaged. His eyes can barely focus. He is near death. Every time I tried to use the hammer, it just got away from me. I could have saved those people. Could have saved people. I don't...
You go wherever you
Baron the
please,
Gleaming coughed
don't you?
dustily. I knew I couldn't take the Skarden without some help. I thought if I had just had that magic hammer, then nothing would stop me. I had to have it, you see, or else maybe I wasn't who I was made to be. But it kept slipping out of my fingers, like it didn't want anything to do with me. It fell out of my hands at the worst moment, and now... it's clearly not mine. It never was. I'm sorry.
Watch your step.
Now look here, you made-up hero. You left us to die. Fortunately, Escala knows what they're doing in an unfair fight, and a Bronzebeard never gives up. This hammer don't belong to ye. It belongs to my father's clan, my son's clan, and mine. Get your people out of the wastes. Do some good if you've still got strength left. You're an earthen, are you not? Made of the mountains themselves?
Are you here to chat or
I thought
the
this day would never come because my dad would never have given me Fearbreaker. He probably would have wanted it to happen a different way. But I have it now, and I'll make sure it gets back to him safe. First, though, we have unfinished business here.
We will survive.
The Scarden have taken over the operations here in the Rumbling Wastes. That's why Baron thought he needed Fearbreaker. We're going to finish that job before I take the hammer back to Magni. What kind of queen would I be if I wasn't willing to put myself in danger for the good of others? Let's get in there and save as many as we can.
If you hear anything, a note.
You're still going into the Rumbling Wastes to fight the Scarden? Aye. Up to 90% now. Well, last time you asked, we were at level 77 at 70%, and now we're at level 78 at 90%. We might. Come with me if you want to survive. Let's get to Shadow Vein Point. Nah, Rogue's like the worst class in WoW right now. If I could multi-class, I would not multi-class into Rogue.
Man.
Although I guess maybe multi-class would be better, because then you can just have stealth on a class that isn't Rogue. Just use stealth and vanish and nothing else. Although I don't know how many levels of Rogue you would even need for that, because I don't think you get stealth at level 1. You definitely don't get vanish at level 1. That's how the multi-classing system would work, I guess. I have no idea. Not something I've ever really considered, because I highly doubt they'll ever add it due to the whole way class identity has been a feature, has been a focus in this game before, so multi-classing would kind of dilute that. Maybe. It wouldn't really give me any more utility though, you know. This way. Come this way. I'll get you out of here. Wizard. Excuse you, it's mage. Also, there is, you know, strength, agility versus intellect. No, but there's stats on your gear. Gear generally will only have one of them on. But like we have gear with strength on it, for example. I'm sure it might have intellect. You see it's grayed out. That's because we're not playing an intellect class. Like if I was a paladin and I swapped to being a healer, it would change to being intellect. Yes, intellect does nothing for me, literally. In WoW Classic, intellect, strength, and agility do different things for different classes. But now they are basically identical. They're just main stat. Nope, it has literally no effect. So Star Wars The Old Republic actually had a similar situation, where they had basically main stat for Force users or main stat for tech users. And then they just eventually were like, you know what, this is silly, and they merged them. They're just like, these are just one stat now. They called it Mastery. Honestly, WoW could probably do the same, and it wouldn't like be a bad idea.
You address the Queen Regent of the Dark
We got there in a roundabout way, but we still made a difference in the lives of these Earthen. Berend, hopefully, has learned a lesson in real heroism. But I suppose we'll see in time. Now, let's get this over with.
You may take your leave.
Another day saved. Another tale of heroic deeds to tell. You sure about that? Why, yes. Berend glances at the other Earthen nearby. He lowered his voice. Look, I apologize for leaving you to fight that beast to yourself. I never intended to get anyone killed, or worse, angry with me. I mean, mood. There are classes that can use both, but not at the same time, depending on what specialization they're in. He raises his voice again. But look at you, you came out of it just fine. Perhaps we'll run into each other again, where there is danger, there are deeds to be done. Stare hard at Baron the Gleaming. I mean it. I think we work very well together. Baron stands silently, giving a confused look. What? Baron conveniently stares off into the distance. Well, we did what we set out to do, and more. We found Fearbreaker and did some good with it. Now it's time to bring it back to Magni. Let's hope Baron learned a lesson here, but I suspect he'll manage to get himself in trouble again soon. Hopefully it'll be for the right reasons and with the right support.
Mind yourself, champion.
We have saved the day, and the Earthen will be forever grateful for your help, Jorb. I'm sure you'll remember me. And take care. Don't forget to do the right things for the right reasons. Now, I've got to get back to Gundargaz. Henceforth and always, I will be known far and wide in Khazalgar and beyond, for we are made of the mountains themselves. Yeah, buddy. Paladins in healing spec use intelligence, but in tank and DPS spec they use strength. Wisdom is not a stat in this game. The only core stats are strength, agility, and intellect, and they're basically just mutually exclusive. And the other only real stats in play otherwise are secondary stats. With the stamina, there's also haste, critical strike, mastery, and then tertiary stats like versatility and leech. Actually, I think versatility is a secondary stat. I don't remember.
Well,
Oh yeah, avoidance is a tertiary stat as well. It's funny. I can see why my dad was so fond of this hammer. And what it meant when he trusted others to hold on to it. Fearbreaker's got a mind of its own, in ways. It wants what it wants. I suppose I'll relate.
the three hammers.
Here is your hammer, you stubborn old ram. I found it sure enough. Nay, you should keep it, me girl. It's sitting solid in your hands, like it belongs there. As it was meant to. This isn't some sort of test? Some trick to make me accept a certain legacy. You're a Bronzebeard, through and through. It don't take Fearbreaker to make that clear. I just ask that one day, when you know it's time, to pass it on. Aye, but for now, I'll keep good care of it. Thanks, Da. Alright, level 79.
And the
Let's see. What quest do I want to do now? I don't want to do. I don't want to do a quest I haven't done on my main. Let's see.
Have you met your
That's a one-off. Let's head back to Dornegal and see what's on the Isle of Dorne. I don't know. I've done all of those. This sort of resistances aren't a thing anymore. We're talking item level, we're already over 520. Oh yeah, we have this weekly quest I can turn in here as well.
My faith kindles my hope. All the peoples of Khazalgar are coming together more than ever because of you.
Oh yeah, no, that was a thing back in vanilla. Like when people did Molten Core, they would stack up on fire resistance gear. That was very much a thing back in the day. But with itemization being more streamlined, it's not really a thing anymore.
Communication initiated. The coreway must be protected. Resuming work cycle.
It's the power creep. The power creep is how. Oh, let's do this one. Nope, doesn't work like that. Also not the elements this game uses. The damage types are physical, arcane, fire, frost, nature, shadow, and holy. And then there are various combinations, like, holy plus fire is radiant damage, for example, which just counts as both types.
What do you want?
You see that flock in the distance? Wild cloud rooks. They've lived on these islands peacefully for ages. But recent events have stirred other elementals from the earth and sea. One of the cloud rooks was attacked, and it was disincorporated. Now the flock circles endlessly. Surely they will tire soon. If they get too tired... Perhaps if we cleared the hostile elementals from this island, they will return and take their rest.
Honor the Titans.
Never have I witnessed such behavior, but I've also never known the cloud rooks to lose one of their own. Let's hope clearing those elementals will give them peace of mind to mourn. Now, Arcane does not overlap with Fire, Frost, and Shadow, just because of how the magic system works in Warcraft lore. Arcane, hold on, I can pull up the cosmology chart. This is not a joke. So, cosmology chart. So we've got the various categories in here. You can see the inner areas here are the elemental powers. Fire, water, earth, air, spirit, and decay. Although mostly it's fire, water, earth, and air. Spirit being the 5th and decay being the 6th. And then the outer ones are like the main cosmic forces. Arcane, as you can see, is the main force associated with order. And Shadow is associated, well, it's void. So those two themselves are completely separate cosmic forces. When Fire is an elemental force, and Frost is basically also elemental force via water. Although, funny enough, mages who use Fire and Frost actually do so via the Arcane, where basically they're just superheating or super chilling arcane energy to make fire or frost manually, essentially, instead of actually drawing on elemental forces. It's non-elemental fire and frost. Oh no, we've been to all of the elemental planes. Like, let's see, here in Uldum, there's Vortex Pinnacle and the Throne of the Four Winds. Here's Alakir, the Wind Lord. He's the, or I guess he was, the, basically, essentially the equivalent to a Primordial. He was the head honcho of the, Air Elementals. And let's see, over here, Kalimdor, Nahigel. There's the Firelands, with Ragnaros, the Fire Lord. These are all entrances, just entrances to the place, not the actual locations of those planes. Throne of the Tides, we had to deal with a mind-controlled Neptulon, the Tide Hunter. And then one that was actually a leveling zone was Deepholm, the Plane of Earth. And here we encountered Therazane, I forget what her title is, Stone Mother, Earth Mother, something like that. Well, yeah, the elemental planes are very much a thing. They were created artificially by the Titans, I believe, to imprison the elemental lords back during the Ordering of Azeroth. Speaking of elementals, let's go kill some. I mean, fire mages have, like, fire attacks, fire blasts, etc. But it's not technically elemental fire, it's arcane fire. It's so mechanically, it is fire damage. Lore-wise, it is using the power of the arcane, rather than elemental magic. Elemental fire is more the domain of shamans. They use elemental fire, water, earth, and air. Anyway, that's been Lore Corner with Jorb. Oh no, they've literally made lore books called WoW Chronicle that basically compiles and, in some cases, retcons lore to be more consistent. Like, that was where that cosmology chart came from. It came from the first edition of the Chronicle. So they've been working to add consistency and add retcons to explain things and make things just more coherent. But there have definitely been retcons over the years. That's very much the case. I mean, we're playing as a retcon right now. We're playing as a Draenei. Initially, the Draenei looked more like monstrous and beastly, and what we look like now is the appearance of a demon race called the Eridar, and then it was established, oh, actually, the Eridar and the Draenei used to be the same, and then the ones we saw were actually broken, and we have, like, proper, pure Draenei now. Oh, yeah, there's been a case where, like, subsequent volumes of the Chronicle have retconned previous volumes of the Chronicle. So it's always evolving, I guess. It's a work in progress.
State your business.
Many thanks for your help, Outlander, though the Cloud Rooks do not seem any more inclined to return to land. If this is some kind of mourning, I worry it could drive the Rooks to exhaustion and their own disincorporation. We must try something else. Well, by pure, I mean uncorrupted. Draenei, basically, the original Eridar were offered power by the Burning Legion. Most of them went, yeah, sure, that sounds great. And some of them, led by Velen, were like, that sounds sketchy, we're gonna leave. And basically went into self-imposed exile from the rest of their people. They've renamed themselves to Draenei, which literally means exiled ones in their language. So their distinction from the rest of the Eridar, or the Manarai Eridar, or corrupted Eridar, is that they did not give in to demonic corruption, demonic power. They said, no thank you. I mean, the Eridar are generally red now, but that's more of a symptom of fell corruption. Many of the Eridar from back then are still around now. They don't seem to have an upper age limit for their species. Like, let me go back to the adventure guide. Let me look in Legion, in the Tomb of Sargeras. Kil'jaeden. So this is Kil'jaeden. He's an Eridar. He was one of the he was there at the time, basically. He's one of Velen's cohorts. He's basically just a red Draenei. And they're just the ones that didn't fall to evil, basically. That's what the Draenei are.
Initiated.
Many thanks for your help, Outlander, though the Cloud Rooks do not seem any more inclined to return to land. If this is some kind of oh wait, I already read that.
Made the path you...
The Cloud Rooks cannot possibly circle forever, and I cannot bear more of them being lost. But maybe they'd roost if we tempted them with their favorite food? The eels that swim in these waters carry a small electrical charge, not unlike the moss wool favored by their faster, stronger cousins, the storm rooks. I once reasoned that Cloud Rooks might enjoy the eels for similar reasons. And I confess, I've been feeding them the eels ever since. Gather some up and give it a go.
Honor the Titans.
If we can gather enough electric eels, the rooks may just come down for a bite. I baited some fishing lines down by the shore to catch them, but mind the crabs.